Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Just wanted to go over some of last week's work, this week's work, and then and go over some of the quiz questions. In my announcement from yesterday, I had mentioned not getting week 3 graded. That should be all set now, so you should see your grades for week 3 completed, and I'll get started on week 4 today. So for last week, let's hop back into week 4. Last week we talked about information technology. That was the bulk of our discussion, and looked at knowledge management, big data, precision medicine, all kinds of different things lumped under information technology. And if you do have interest in that area, know that you'll have more opportunity to work through various different, obviously we have a couple of different IT classes from our computer information systems department in this program, but we also have a data analytics class, and we have I think we have a general, no, I guess the IT class, the healthcare information systems comes from the computer side of the world, but in 2300 and 2350, which are our concepts classes, you'll jump into that a little bit further as well. So if IT is your thing, then lots of additional information to come on that. We had our discussion, our infographics, which I look forward to seeing. And then our quiz for last week. So that's all pretty straightforward. For this week to come, you do have a group assignment. So make sure that you're looking at your groups. They're listed here in the classroom. They're also in that the main announcement on the front page of the classroom. And it is a case study found in your text, so make sure that you're referring to that. And what else do we have this week? So human resources is our topic for the week. We're going to dig into human resources a little bit. This tends to be an area that a lot of our students tend to like, and some actually do their internships in HR and end up going on to careers in HR in the healthcare sector. So this might be an area. Not that you don't like all of them, but we all like some things better than others, and this might be something that piques your interest. So our discussion is about employee retention. Retention is a huge issue in healthcare. Healthcare worker burnout is a real problem. And when we think about things like nursing shortages, primary care physician shortages, as well as a shortage of folks like medical assistants and nurses' aides that want to work in the long-term care setting, it's a problem. It's a huge problem for human resources professionals in healthcare to deal with these things. So you're going to look at that a little bit. We do have our case study, which is HR related. Don't forget to do your peer assessment and self-assessment and upload that. Everyone does their own. Your group case study will be submitted. Just one person in the group is fine. Well, it actually will only allow you to do one person in the group, but also be sure. I had an issue. It wasn't with this class, but with another class very recently in the last couple of weeks, where the final product that was actually submitted was not what the group had agreed upon. So please make sure that whomever is being responsible for the submission of the assignment, make sure it's the final version. Obviously, if there's an issue or an accident and you upload the wrong one, that's fine. That's not the issue I had. I had an issue where the person made changes and they weren't approved by the group. Keep in mind it is a group assignment, so you want to have consensus on what's being submitted. So then we have our quiz and our ed puzzle. So let's hop over to the slides here quick and take a look at the quiz, some of the quiz questions from last week. So first question, software applications in healthcare have traditionally been used to manage. And remember from our text and just overall the articles and whatnot that we'd looked at, software, the clinical side of the operation has always been somewhat skeptical of software. Obviously, we've just recently made the move to the electronic health record. In the last 10 years was really the main push toward electronic health records. And now we're seeing things like clinical decision support systems, all sorts of different evidence-based medicine software systems to assist providers, be it clinical staff, like nurses or clinical ops folks or physicians themselves to assist in their decision making. That being said, we've been using software on the business side of the operation for as long as I've been in the field, which is over 25 years, actually almost 30 years. Crazy. Next year it'll be 30 years. But then also, prior to that, we were using, especially with regard to finance, because the finance aspect of business has been computerized for many, many years. So traditionally, it's always been healthcare expenses, finance-related items that software applications have been used for. The clinical side of the operation didn't really embrace software until the last 10 years, and there are still plenty that don't. So, this is, we're seeing more of a push, especially with new physicians coming in, younger physicians, younger clinical staff that have grown up with technology. Some of our older physicians especially are still not, they're pretty reticent when it comes to using these types of technologies. So just be aware of that. But healthcare expenses, the main area where we have used technology for as long as I can remember. Software unnecessary in the healthcare setting due to its business goals include, so our options were customer relationship management or CRM systems, accounts receivable, payroll, lab systems. Those are all things that are necessary. We need that CRM system to help manage that's typically managed out of marketing and PR, maybe out of patient accounts, but typically out of marketing and PR to manage our relationships with our patients, do marketing, those types of things. Accounts receivable, payroll, lab services, obviously all software necessary in the healthcare setting now. So the answer was none of these are correct. Next question. Delivery of healthcare lends itself to automation because, and then several answers. Our correct answer was it includes many repetitive workflows. So when you think about, just think about a clinical unit, for example. So if you're on a clinical unit and you are a nurse's aide, you're probably going room to room and doing certain things, checking vitals, doing care for the patient, like bed bath and that kind of stuff in the morning, AM type care. You're doing you're talking to the patient about, input and output and all these different kinds of things. Automation has been created within systems to represent these repetitive workflows. So instead of having to type out manually a lot of different things, there will be certain keystrokes like Alt 5, and that will give the AM care completed for patient blah blah blah. So there's a lot of aspects of healthcare that we can automate. They always require human oversight, obviously, but we can automate. Think about the laboratory. Many laboratory services are fully automated, meaning that the sample goes in and the machine does all the work and comes out with the results. So a lot of these repetitive things that we do in healthcare drive that that nature of creating automation. So that was our correct answer there. And that is it. Let's hop back to the classroom quick. So that's all we have for this week. If you have any questions, obviously let me know. Make sure that you're getting to work on your group assignments ASAP so that everyone has time to work on their components that they're working on, and that you'll have time to get it back together for submission on Sunday. And that's all I've got. If you have any questions, please just let me know. Otherwise, I'll see everyone in the classroom. Thank you.